Marion said about, I am very interesting about the topic of commercial and culture and art. For example, Gouna, I am of course an artist, but so they call art, and where economy. Okay, so the matter is, for example, Gouna is totally a place for theater everywhere. Because in Gouna there is a lot of commercial, very nice commercial art, commercial activities that we saw and we appreciate a lot, right? Okay, so for example, there is mimo, there is acting, could be a place for acting, of course, with a right program, etc. And this could be a little bit, absolutely right for the structure of Gouna, as Gouna is. For example, Gouna is also, this is an example, Laguna. So why you can make the Carnival of Venice in Gouna Laguna? So some sister city with Venice, this is just an idea, of course.
Sure,
No,
of course, yeah.
but this could be because I have to say that, the publicity, I work for television and I hate television, okay, because I came from theater and then Federico Fellini, etc., etc. But, the interruption of movie with horrible publicity that are garbage, okay, and destroyed art. Here could be absolutely nice the cooperation between, economy and art is already art. Gouna is art, definitely. So means to animate Gouna with not only painting, something that you can see, but some human activity, especially in our world that is virtual. I live, it doesn't matter where I live. But, as you said, we are brothers, Latino world, Mediterranean. So I don't need any microphone, okay? So, Mediterranean, we forbidden in theater microphone, please. Don't pay the ticket. So economy. So means this could be a human. I make an interview in San Francisco. Some movie director make a film about COVID problem, and I said my horrible experience because I am a person of theater was not to play anymore. So that's why Gouna could be a place for also performing art. This is so. Now I start my written speech. I wrote in 1 second, okay. But I asked to the Honorable Marion Fromlet Becker if she preferred me to talk about a particular aspect of culture diplomacy, and she replied that she preferred me to talk about the action that I have done in this area over decades. Okay, so of course Mrs. Marion is very kind indeed. But I jump a lot of things, so means, as I said already about me as an actor, director, playwright, etc. And but I used for decades the theater for culture diplomacy too, because also I played in different languages, in Arabic in many countries, Egypt, Tunis, Iraq, and so just when I play And when I am in a country, I want to feel the country. You know, it's a wrong mentality to the tourists, for example. Okay, I visit Italy, I visit Egypt, I visit France. What is this? You must leave the country, means, you know, to feel the country. And so in theater, never means I play in different languages because they were surprised in Baghdad when, you know, I said to the journalists, they told me, of course, you will play in English, and me, no answer. So of course, the audience became very happy when I started Arabic performance. That was a big surprise. So this is also part of the culture diplomacy, you know, performing human blood. Okay, not only because now it's okay, absolutely virtual, of course, definitely, but the lesson is COVID too, that we was in like a prison, not possible to do anything, to touch, what is this, okay. So, it was comic too, a tragic comic. So here is, because it's open air, you know, so it's possible to do this kind of activity. And so about cinema, of course, I have, of course, I work with Federico Fellini, Carlo Rizzani, but also I spoke with Federico Fellini, Carlo Rizzani about culture diplomacy, because of course is to connect cultures by cinema. This is a big issue. And, you know, everybody have them creativity, but it needs to use more the director that make cinema. He is conscious about a lot of things, about a lot of issues. So must be conscious about culture diplomacy too, to extend by will the matter. Also, I have to say about, I will celebrate Pierpaolo Pasolini next year because it will be a centenary of his, he was born 100 years ago, as I celebrate Federico Fellini in Hollywood last year, and Pasolini is a symbol of culture diplomacy too. And as I said to a friend now, anyway, I make connections between superstars that I met, like Juliette Gréco, Marlene Dietrich, Frank Sinatra, Gloria Svensson. Of course, they are not young. Me, I am very young. They are not young. So, John Crawford, and I met just in Rome now, 2 days ago, the Princess Irma Capece Minutolo Farouk, that she is a celebrity like soprano, Placido Domingo worked with her, and Maria Callas request her, of course, also the world know Maria Callas, the goddess of lyrica, and she was also the last wife of King Farouk of Egypt, okay? And I spoke with Irma. I told you that she hugged you a lot. I spoke about culture diplomacy, and she will be very happy to contribute about this topic by celebrations like Maria Callas, for example, of Irma, etc. But something important I made with the United Nations 2 years ago, means Mary Steiner, that is the president of United Nations San Francisco, where the United Nations was born, San Francisco, and the human right was the Declaration of Human Rights in the same place, was Van Ness Street. Mary Steiner is the great president of United Nations San Francisco. I spoke with her about Her Excellency Mushira Khattab, that of course I think you know that she was the first in the world to write a law about the genital female mutilation, okay? And Mary Steiner made a great event about that, but this is another topic that could be involved in culture diplomacy, and something, this is very important. Of course, Mushira Khattab said the genital female mutilation is not an issue definitely about religion, but is an issue about tradition, and now there is a hard point, okay? So I will ask you something about this topic. So here is the fundamental point I ask to you now. It is a tradition that make culture. It is culture an innovative process. There is a confusion between tradition and culture. This must be clarified because this confusion, total confusion, could be not okay in the field of culture diplomacy, because tradition like genital female mutilation, brava lei, they means congratulations. This is a tradition. What is this? So we have to clarify this point, and now I finish the speech, but there is something important yet. Okay, about my future program about culture diplomacy. Of course, I am involved with Biblioteca Alexandrina Magdalena Scandaria because I donate precious, ancient and precious manuscript by my dynasty to Biblioteca Alexandrina, etc. And of course, I love Biblioteca Alexandrina, but I have an event in my hand that for Gouna too could be good. I have 4 volumes about 3 centuries ago, full of lithographies representing monuments, coins, costumes, and it is about all the countries that is called cosmopolitan, as a word that was created for the ancient Biblioteca Alexandrina, the new one, of course, that this could be totally a culture diplomacy, because could be involved means all the embassy that they like to do to see their countries, means by lithographies connected with other countries. You can see the difference, as you said, for about Mexico and other countries of like Chile, like Peru, like you can see the difference definitely by the lithographies, and the similarity, but also you can see the similarity with Egypt too, you can see as 300 years ago. So, and combined with something, I am friend of the family Marconi, the genius Marconi invented radio, telegraph and wireless, and could be, some modern aspect of communication, and books, lithography of 300 years ago, another aspect of communication. And also I think places like Gouna could be fantastic, of course, Museum of Modern Art, etc. And to conclude, I think this is my point of view, and I like some comment of you, and I appreciate a lot the speech of Gloria Pérez, of the ambassador of Mexico, and of course I have to make my deep congratulations to Mrs. Marion, because thanks to her we are here together, and we speak about some so important topic that concerning each one of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Federico. So I think